without him, I think they'll give a good game to Dynamos. But I respect their call. I think it's correct one.
It's the correct one. So says the chief. Is it? Chief Abdora sure. Ask it because kama kanari pa bench zvinofamba later. I don't know. Is that so, chief? Yes or no?
Not really. No, not really.
Okay. Aramba, chief. But you never know. Right. The semi-final draw for this Chibuku Super Cup has already been done by the Premier Soccer League. I can tell you. Well, perhaps you know already. Ngezi Platinum, Madamburo, will take on Chinuchedu Simba Bora in the semi-final. And Manika Diamonds, the Gem Boys, will take on either Dimbare or the Miracle Boys. So I don't know what is going to be. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to throw Jose, not throw him to the cop end because Anfield I'm going to throw him in the deep end here at Rufaro Stadium and ask him who he thinks will go to meet the Gem Boys in a couple of weeks.
Well, if I look at the permutations that are on paper at the moment, I think Dynamos will date Manika Diamond in the semi-final. Why? Because Dynamos are defending. They want to defend this trophy. And Dynamos have had two bad results in their two previous matches. So the question is, can Dynamos sink any further? I doubt not. I think they will redeem themselves out of this game and make sure they secure a result. Even if it takes the penalty kicks, I'm sure Dynamos will be more than fired up to redeem themselves out of this game for two reasons: to defend the trophy as well as to redeem themselves. Both they've gone through a difficult patch. They haven't won in their last two previous matches. So I think Dynamos will want this more than Yadah.
Right, you heard him, Jose, saying that Dynamos want this more than Yadah. Well, don't Chief Justice said. Who do you think will play Manika Diamonds in the semi-final? Well, you never know. Chief Justice might say otherwise. Well, let's find out.
Probably a difficult one, but I would call Dynamos, since they lost, probably, like you said, the 3 games from the Confederation Cup game. I think they will come more rejuvenated. Jose said it, and they would look for a win. And they have done so well under bad circumstances. Especially at this moment, I don't see them losing the 3rd game here in Rufaro. They will try by all means, and possibly a win will come. I think they are ready for that, but it's not easy. It's not easy one because Yadah is more like a derby with Yadah. Yeah, you know they are also neighbors, and it's a difficult game against them, and players from Yadah, these are the games which motivates them more. Yeah.
Okay, so you know what that means. Yeah, that means I have to tip the Miracle Boys to go and play the Gem Boys because TS3 Tovati Timbare Aiwaga. So I'm tipping the Miracle Boys to go through and play Manika Diamonds in the semi-finals, like I told you. While Ngezi Platinum Madamburo will take on Chinuchedu Simba Bora. Of course, Simba Bora getting the boardroom decision after their ill-fated game against Iboso at Wazanai Stadium. You remember that game. That game, it's still being talked about mainly by the Highlanders supporters who still think that, yes, they were cheated out of it, but it's now all over. But what we are going to do now, right, is cross to the commentary box. Well, we will be crossing there a little bit later as we look ahead at the Chibuku Super Cup quarterfinal. Like we said last year, it was a very exciting one. It was Dynamos who eventually triumphed 2-0. Well, what we're going to do now is talk to the coaches, and I'm joined first by the Dynamo Dimbare coach, Lloyd Mablanyo Chigowe, who has been on a 2-match losing streak in the country. He lost outside the country, out of the CAF Confederation Cup. Well, Coach, good afternoon. And, well, I don't know, is the pressure, some people are saying the pressure is on Mablanyo. Is there pressure on you from the executive or from anywhere else? Is there pressure?
At Dynamos, the pressure is always there. Every game you play, you are expected to deliver. And obviously it becomes worse when you are on a two-match losing streak, like you say.
Well, I'll tell you what, Coach. The two analysts here, Jose Nkani, and the former Dynamos player and former Warriors player as well, Chief Justice Majavi, have tipped Dynamos to go through. I have tipped Yadah to go through. Yes. So, what do you say to that? Do you think your boys want it more than Yadah?
If our boys settle their nerves, coming from that two-match losing streak, like you say, I think we can go through. That is what is going to make the difference. Whether they manage their nerves and they have the mental strength, the strong side, good team, who obviously were rattled by the exit from the Confederation Cup. And obviously we've been working on their mental strength so that they regain the cutting edge. But otherwise it's a very strong side. Yadah, very tricky side as well, and it's a local derby.
Right. Coach, I must mention this. A lot of Dynamo supporters also mentioning this, that the forwards, the Dynamo's forwards have been wasting chances galore. Do you think you have concentrated on that area so that they get it right, especially for this big one today?
We have tried to introduce a different formula in the hope that it is going to solve our problems. Our chances in the first leg against Orapa, we should have probably won by 4 goals to 0 because we created so many chances, but in the end we scored only 1. And you can even see now we're going to miss even penalties. But we think they're going to come right, because here when we played ZPC in the preliminary round, we scored 3 goals. So it's a mixed bag. I hope they find their touch today.
Because this game might go into a penalty shootout, because we have to get a winner today. And remember, against Orapa United or in Botswana, where Dynamos bowed out of the CAF Confederation Cup, they lost in the penalty shootout. They actually missed a penalty during open time there. So, Coach, have you practiced the penalties? Because that's where you came short last time out.
We have prepared, but obviously penalty shootout is about heart. We hope to have the best guys take our penalties if we do go there. But our prayer is that we don't go to penalties.
Okay, the Dynamo's head coach Lloyd Mablanyo Chigoe there saying we have practiced. You heard him. I don't have to repeat what he said. Well, this is what he said. We were hoping to be joined by the he will be coming, Tom Ruzive, that's the Yadah head coach. He will be joining us to talk about what he thinks will be happening for Yadah. Well, he is here right now. And we say, yes, good afternoon, Thomas Ruzive, the Yadah coach. And if you could just push a little bit here. Right. Okay. Very, potentially exciting game, this one. How have you prepared for this one? Any special preparations because it's Dimbare or otherwise?
Yeah, we are prepared. We prepared. We take this game as some of the in an ordinary game, because Dynamos is in the Premier League, and but Dynamos of late they were not playing very well, but Dynamos is a big one. That's the fact. We are not dwelling much on their poor performance, but Dynamos can rise in any game. Okay. So we are very cautious about this game, because Dynamos is a big brand.
And Tom, we learn we've just learned that Kama Billiard is going to start from the bench. Why so?
Kama Billiard is not playing today's match, because we we need to rest him because he has played many games in few days. So we decided not to play him today.
He's not even on the bench.
Yes, he's not in the bench. He's not in the team.
So does that take away a bit of perhaps from the other guys, knowing that our main man is not around? Have you psyched them up to take to the pitch without the main man?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, we prepared them very well, and Kama as well is in the dressing room, so that to sack the players, so that everyone can play the game, despite he's not playing. Yeah.
Okay. Right. I'm not. If you don't want to answer this one, Coach, please just tell me and everybody else. No, CNN. I'm not going to answer it. Prediction, final scoreline.
I can't predict because this is a cup game. Of late we were doing the two league games we drew, but today there must be a winner. So I can't predict the game.
Right. Okay, Coach. All the best. We'll be talking to you after the game, whether you've won or whether you've lost. But all the best. Okay. Right. Thomas Ruzive, the Yadah head coach. You heard him there. No predictions. Like we said, they've drawn twice in the league encounters. They've drawn twice. But in total, like I said, 13 matches they've played. Dynamos have won 7, and Yadah have won twice. 4 have been draws. Right. So we wonder what is it going to be. What is your thought? Because remember, Chief Justice Majavi tipping Dinamo Dimbare, and Jose Nkani tipping Yadah, and of course I said the three of us we all can't. You can't. So tipping Yadah to go through to the semi-finals. So we'll have to wait what will happen. And of course, if you just want me to digress, I'll be happy to do that. Go, Warriors, go. The Warriors are making it, almost safe to go through to the finals of the Africa Cup of Nations to be held in Morocco next year, after we beat the Brave Warriors of Namibia emphatically by 3-1. I'm sure you remember that. Well, I can tell you that 4 teams have already made it through, together with Morocco, the host. If you didn't know, Senegal are already through. The Democratic Republic of Congo are already through. Algeria are already through. Cameroon are already through, and of course Morocco, the host. Those ones, whatever happens, nothing will stop them from being there in Morocco in 2025. But we are back talking about Dinamo Dimbare and the Miracle Boys, because once again Chief Justice is here, Jose Nkani is here. Right, guys, I just want you to know that the 2 head coaches didn't want to really come out and say, but Mablanyo said they are prepared, even for the penalty shootout. Thomas Muruzive said he doesn't want to predict anything, and he did say that he has rested Kama. We had been told he was on the bench, but he's not there. He was in the dressing room. He will be there at halftime, just psyching up the guys. So, just going back to talk about Kama as well, the head coach felt, no, there won't be much difference. Your thought?
Well, look, you are talking about a coach who wants to manage the psyche of his players and also manage the public aspect of his team. But there is no denying Kamaldino is a factor.
The X factor.
Yeah. Whether we accept it or not. But look, I understand where the coach is coming from. We all know what Kama can do in a game. He can actually sign off a game single-handedly, and we accept the coach's position. But of course, we understand that he will be starting from the bench, and
no, he's not. He's totally out of the game.
Yeah. So I think that will be a big miss. We thought earlier on that he will come in and give impetus to the other team going into this battlefront against Dynamos. Now that he's not in, I think he's trying to downplay the problem. Yeah, I think it is really a factor. Kama Billiard can also influence a game in either way, whether he's playing or not playing. So I think he then wants to manage the psyche of his players, those that have been deployed to make sure you keep them in the game, keep them motivated, keep them inspired, and also make them feel counted as part of the bigger system. So, yeah, Yadah are going to miss Kama, and even the fans are going to miss Kama. Yeah. Football will miss Kama this afternoon.
This afternoon, if you meet the man we call the Godfather, my good old colleague Robson Sharuko, to vote for the Soccer Star of the Year today, he will tick on Kama Billiard. And if you ask me to vote for the Soccer Star of the Year today, I will put my tick on the man we call Zizo, God knows, Murwira. Chief Justice, let's just find out, if we were to choose the Soccer Star of the year today, who would you put his tick on?
I know this question. You know, yeah, let's say, okay, fine. I've seen.
If you haven't made up your mind, Chief Justice, it's okay.
So far the season for me, and I think there is Momo. Momo has done so well from Cape United.
Kingsley Mureremba.
Yes, he's been doing well. I think most of the games when he's in, Cape United has got a better game, and he has done so well in many matches. And I think I can go for him. Yeah,
you can go for him.
Yeah.
Okay, right, okay. Enough about the Soccer Stars. We just wanted to digress a little bit. Who is your Soccer Star of the Year? Well, I'll tell you, the Highlander supporters will tell you, of course, it has to be Lynott Chikua. Well, let's wait and find out. We'll have to wait and find out the Soccer Stars not being chosen yet. But, we're just building it up. We're just building it up. Well, I don't know whether I will be invited as well to choose the Soccer Stars. If I am, if it was tomorrow, you know who my choice would be. Let's wait and find out. But the Chibuku Super Cup, Jose, this tournament, when it was first started, yes, back in the 60s. We're not going to go there, but it has grown. It was stopped a little bit. It came back. But when it was started, of course, Dynamos won the most competitions, then followed by Highlanders. Then there were big names. Then going back to the 70s and to the 80s, from the Highlanders, from the side, the names like Josiah Ngomalo and so on, going into the Peter and Lovus Madindas and Tobias Mujgambanjes and so on, and Dimbare going from the George Mastermind Shires, Ernest Kamba, Daniel Didi Ngubes, David Georges, all the great names there. Then, of course, it was stopped, and then later on, the modern era is back, the Chibuku. And last year, we witnessed quite a good run, and eventually Dynamos winning. So it has been, putting aside that one, it was a nice stadium which didn't end, but otherwise some of the other games have been quite exciting.
Yeah, very true. I still remember I witnessed some games last year, the final. I was there. I carried the cup final onto the field. Which was so impressive.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah. It's a very good experience, and I think also until today, there've been some good games, despite whatever happened. But there've been some good games. Teams showed some character, and they did very well. And now you can see Yadah is playing semi-final, which is very important. It shows we're also doing very well and they are also doing very well in terms of their way of progressing into the league. Mm-hmm.
Yes, we talk of this Chibuku Super Cup. It used to be called Chibuku Trophy Final. There was a competition, the final, back in 1987 at Rufaro Stadium here, where Black Rhinos played Caps United. That one is rated by many people, including me, as the finest ever final it was. It ended 3-3. It was a thriller. They had to go to a replay, and then there were names like Sheki Tauro, the great Sheki Tauro, of course, former Kepe, and Jafet Muparusa, Stanford Sticks Mutizwa for Black Rhinos, Joel Jubilee Shambo. I mean, all the great names. It went to a replay, and Rhinos did win the replay later. And what what great names they were. And Jose, those kind of names, we're still waiting. Well, they are, yes, they are names that are doing the rounds now. That, like at Highlanders, they like to talk about Lionel Chikua, the grand old master between the goalposts, Ariel Zebanda. And it's good to talk about those names. But, you know, if we talk about Stanford Six Montizwa, Joel Jubilee Shambo, Willard Mashinkila Kumalo, Madinda Katazilen Lovo. I mean, you're talking of something else.
Well, names will roll over the mouth easily. You throw in your Ephraim Chawandas in there, you know, your John Piris, you know, who formed a solid defensive partnership in our Warriors setup back in the day. Your Bully Makops, what a player. We had a sweet left foot. So it all speaks of a game that is been in our terrain for some time now. We carry fond memories of our beautiful game. And of course, thanks to the Chibuku Cup that has evolved over the years and given us fond memories. And today, we want to see which hero or which villain is going to come out of this particular game. But this is a game where you want to make your name for yourselves, even as a player. You want to be the one who kills your opponent. You don't want to be the one who gives away the game to your opponent.
Of course, you cannot stop talking about Moses Bambo Chunga as he did take part in the Chibuku Trophy, then gift Getom Pariwa for that Joseph Machingura, Comrade Chinks, that's what we used to call him, for Zimbabwe Saints. And of course, they've already, both analysts have already predicted that Dynamo Dimbare will carry the day and go and meet Manica Diamonds, the Gem Boys, whilst I have predicted that the Miracle Boys will go and take on the Gem Boys. So I don't know what you have predicted. It looks to be going to be quite something interesting, potentially exciting. After, of course, I have to go back to Monday after we enjoyed so much. You should have seen me after we won 3-1. Chief Justice Angadanzi CNN Chimboti Royera Panap. Should I? Next time, Chief Justice Aramba. But Chief Justice, did you take part in the Chibuku Trophy tournament?
No, I think during our time, you know, the tournament was not on. Yeah.
It had been stopped then. Then it came back after okay.
Exactly, it had stopped. Yeah, it came back later on. Yeah. And, but I've been following up. You know, it's exciting tournament. I think they've done so well, and the setup is so good, and I think they should continue. And also, it's a good motivation to these boys. It's very good, and you see a lot of things, and the boys who progress and learn from whatever they're doing. And also in the league, it's also a good setup because it gives so many games and so many trophies to play for. Yeah.
Well, one thing that we must mention is that you see behind me the Vietnam stand. That's where the loyal Dynamo supporters always sit. But perhaps the 2-match losing streak, 3 if you count Orapa, maybe they are not too confident about their team. Well, we'll wait and find out. Remember once more, Chief Justice and Jose have predicted Dimbare to go through to the semi-finals. I have predicted the Miracle Boys to go through to the semi-finals. Let's wait and find out. What we're going to do now, we're going to cross to the commentary box and join Vava, that's Valentine Mabugu, who is alongside Ginola William Mtingwa. We will be talking to you at halftime. Dynamo Dimbare taking on the Miracle Boys. But right now, let's join Vava in the commentary box.
Indeed, welcome to the Rivette Rufaro Stadium, the ceremonial home of football, where a mouth-watering clash is about to unfold. Defending champions Dynamos FC, the mighty Dimbare, are set to lock horns with Yadah FC, the Miracle Boys, in a rescheduled Chibuku Super Cup match that promises to be an absolute thriller. These two sides have already created and treated us to a highly entertaining encounter earlier in the season, playing out a 1-1 draw and a 0-0 draw in the Premier Soccer League. Today, they renew their rivalry, and we can expect nothing but a high-octane, action-packed spectacle. Dimbare, with their rich history and proud legacy, will be eager to assert their dominance and defend their title. Meanwhile, the Miracle Boys, with their resilient and adventurous spirit, will be determined to pull off an upset and make their own mark on this competition. The stage is set, the tension is palpable, the excitement is building. Will Dynamos FC experience and prowess prevail, or will Yadah FC's grit and determination inspire a miraculous victory? The Rufaro Stadium is ready. We are ready, and we're just moments away from kickoff. And of course, as you can see, the toss is being done by the match referee for this afternoon. That is Patrick Kalota, ably assisted by Tapire Ipiri, as well as Victor Kambazo, as well as Tichaona Tigere, the fourth assistant. The match commissioner, Shabe Mr. Zata. And in the commentary box, I'm with Willie Shinola Mtigwa. Willie, an exciting afternoon. Dynamos, the team under pressure. Can they be beaten 3 times in a row? That should surely put Loichigo under a lot of pressure. And of course, Yadah, they've got their mercurial top goal scorer, Kamabilet, sitting it out on the bench.
Thank you very much, Valentine. And it's a very good afternoon. Beautiful weather for football. Very cool here at Rufaro, the ceremonial home of football. Yes, the two teams here promising some fireworks, an exciting match on the cards here, Valentine. And as you have said, a very difficult fortnight for Dynamos, losing in the derby for Dynamo against Cape United. As you can see them in their pre-match rituals, lining on the goal line as usual, and in an unfamiliar home kit, all red. Dynamos playing at Rufaro Stadium in all red, Valentine.
Indeed, Dynamos in unfamiliar colors, but part of their kit nonetheless. Today in all red, but it looks like it's a sky that is overcast, so the blue is a bit covered as well, and a bit overcast afternoon today, and good weather for some good, exciting, exhilarating football. We know Yadah plays some good, exciting football. They are in blue, surprisingly today, a touch of white as well, in stripes as well, and Dynamos, they're going through the pre-ritual there. That's new. We haven't seen that in a long time, but they've done that as well. And of course, Yadah, they will go through as we see the two lineups. Dynamos will be lining up as follows in goals. The returning Martin Mapisa, who had an excursion with the Warriors in South Africa, as well as Emmanuel Jalai comes back into the side. Frank Makarati, the captain, makes a return. So is Kevin Moyo, as well as Nomo Chinyerere, Donald Mudadi in the middle of the park. Fred Alik comes into the side as well as part of the changes made by Lochgo. Temptation Chiwumba is there. Valentine Gadonjo, as well as Manuel Ziocha being part of that starting 11. As you can see in the pictures, that is Yadah FC going through the rituals. They shall be lining up as follows. In goals, there shall be, that is Matthias Ki Gona, that is will be able to stay with the defenders, Anotidaishe Guatizo, Emmanuel Chitauro, Clive Mandivei, Fernando Marvelous, Blessed Derek, the outstanding player for the season for them this afternoon, is there, who will be marshalling and guiding in the middle of the park there, and also making sure that he keeps the defense well safe. There is also Fernando Marvelous, Manlenko Simlilo, Francis Mustafa, Clive Mandivei, Guatizo Anotidaishe, already mentioned, as well as the striker, Ivas Rusike, the last person to score for Yadah against Dynamos in a fixture that was played on the 25th of July this year, that ended in a 1-1 draw, and is about to get us underway. And the referee, Patrick Kalota, gets us underway this afternoon. Yadah kicking us off here. Yadah will be moving from right to left on your screens there. And of course, Dynamos, the reverse is true as they send a long searching ball on the right channel of attack and tries to whip in across, but not successful. Dynamos will have the first touch of the game through Kelvin Moyo. Nyawa. Moyo. Dynamos having a feel of the ball. Valentine Gadonjo. They push it back into their own defensive half. Dynamos desperate for a win this afternoon. Beaten twice so far in the 40 nights. The goalkeeper read that well. That is Matthias Kingonya. They love building from the back. That is Yadah FC, very comfortable on the ball. That's the philosophy instilled in them in all the teams. Whichever coach comes in, Willie, will always stick to how they love to build from the back going forward. Nyawa. Comes Dynamos, trying to launch an attack. That's an overcooked pass by Freddie Alik, who comes into the side to just try and stabilize the midfield for Dynamos this afternoon.
Yes, one of the 4 changes made by Coach Lloyd Chigoa, taking out Tanaka Shandirwa and Donald Zinyai, but Zinyai is sure it's because of injury and also the coming back of Emmanuel Jalai as Yadah are threatening area the Miracle Boys Valentine.
Indeed, enjoying better of the changes. Here they come now inside the box. Can the whip in? Cross. Well defended, well read by Dynamos. But you will have a second bite of the cherry. Whips it in. Yadah! Hits the upright. Dynamos survive. Any warning for Dynamos?
Exactly, and the national team goalkeeper Martin Mapisa was stranded. He was just standing. He was beaten all systems out. No reaction from him. Lucky enough, the aluminium, the upright post saved him there.
Early escape for Dynamos within the first 2 minutes, as you can see. Yadah there by Mustafa Francis, hitting the upright. Early warning for Dynamos. Derek. Blessed. Clive Mandive. Temptation Chiunga. Emmanuel Jalai trolleys through the Warriors over that successful trip in South Africa. 2 victories over Namibia. That puts the Warriors in the verge of qualifying for the Africa Cup of Nations in Morocco come next year. Dynamos with the chance now. Ziwocha and Kadonjo couldn't connect with each other there. Kadonjo was looking for Ziwocha, but he was in an offside position, so mistimed his pass. Clive Mandive and the goalkeeper, miscommunication there as they overcook a pass and lose possession. A turnover in the wrong side of the field. Emmanuel Jalai will gladly receive it. Dynamos with Jalai, the vice captain for Dynamos. Throw in. Temptation Chibuku. Donald Mudari. He is the brains of Dynamos attack from the middle of the park. Temptation Chibuku. Together with Freddie Aliki, who will protect the back four for Dynamos. They were looking for a run from Emmanuel Jalai, but was offside in that instance. The early escape for Dynamos should really rattle their nerves.
Yeah, exactly. Especially considering what happened here on Sunday against Chicken Inn. They were also coming second to those high balls, those high crosses inside the box. And this time it was witnessed again when that free header crashed against the upright post.
Yadah trying to string a few passes, but that's an overcooked pass from Emmanuel Chitauro. Jalai will take it to Donald Mudadi. Alik. Kadonjo. Dynamos. Offside. Suppose he was coming from an offside position. The first assistant Piri Piri raising his flag there on the near side. Matthias Kigonya. Mandive Clive. Comfortable with both feet. Dynamos trying to win it in the middle of the park. The captain, Frank Makarati, makes a welcome return to this side. He's been missing most part of the season. Either he couldn't make the first 11 or injury as well. Alik, Martin Mapisa, national team trialist, did do his apprenticeship in Malaga, Spain. Temptation Chunga with a long stretching ball. Cadondro to put pressure on marvelous Fernando, forcing him to clear his lines for touch. Throw in on the far side. Cadondro. Nyawa. Skilled effort that goes way off target. Marvelous Kagonya to restart. They love to build from the back. Marvelous Fernando. The long stretching ball. Nyawa. Checks in and checks out. Alik. Freddy Alik. Emmanuel Jalai. Temptation Chunga. Alik. Dynamos now having a better field, trying to find the space here to break the Yadah defense. Crosses with 10. That's a dangerous one. Good touch coming through from the defender. That should have been a corner kick. But Patrick Alota says, goal kick.
Yeah, surprisingly, even the Dynamos forward there, I'm sure it's Valentine Gadonzo is surprised. There's Thomas Riziwe, the other coach. I'm so sure he's also surprised why the match official hadn't awarded a corner kick there.
Indeed. The assistant should have spotted it if the center referee didn't. But nonetheless, with 8 minutes having been played, goalless it remains. It is the Chibuku Super Cup quarterfinal. Rescheduled match because of Dynamos' Confederations Cup excursion that they were involved in. They had their matches postponed for them to go on the African safari. Hence, this match being played on an international break. You was thinking, why midweek? Why on an international break? Joel Butler, the assistant, backing instructions up on his feet. Frank Makarati. No more Chinyerere. Freddy Alik. That should be offside. Just not off. That should be penalty. Not given. Surely. Why? The keeper did not get the ball. He got the man. Surely somehow, if that's not an offside, that should be penalty, really. Tell me about the rules of the game.
The goalkeeper was the last man there. He didn't win the ball. He got the man, though the touch might be the slightest of it, but I'm sure maybe we might need to have a second look at it, but to me that was a penalty.
Indeed. There you go. Surely that's a penalty. 2-feet challenge. He missed the ball. Surely that should be a penalty to Dynamos. On replay, Patrick Alota says no, not a penalty for Dynamos.
I've seen softer ones being given, but this one was very clear. 2-footed challenge. Even the assistant ref should spot it. Even the referee, the position he was, he should spot it. Because at first maybe I thought the flag was raised, but the flag was not raised.
Indeed.
It was not offside, so that was a clear penalty for me. And even a yellow card to the goalkeeper.
Indeed. 10 minutes. Goalless it remains. Dynamos not given a penalty. While Yadah FC themselves hitting the upright in the early minutes, marking all the drama that this fixture does bring. Zwocha up on his feet. Jalai to leave it for his captain, that is Frank Makarati. They push it way back to Martin Mapisa. No more Chinyerere. Launching a long one forward for Dynamos. They'll play chess. Mudadi, does he have the pace? Pushes his marker. That should be a foul. Indeed awarded. Tapre Piri acknowledging and raising his flag for offside instead. as we see the position being changed here. As Matthias Kigonya prepares to take it. Not much of a big crowd that would have expected for a quarter-final of a Chibuku Super Cup game, you would have expected, but I suppose it's the form that Dynamos are in, that the fans maybe stayed away, and also being midweek.
Exactly. Those are the factors which led to a poor crowd here. Is one, it's midweek. Two, is the performance of the results of Dynamos they've posted in the past 2 games. Also considering the weather, maybe people were afraid the rains will come down, and that was a potential free kick that was denied by the referee again.
Indeed.
And then July is off the ball. That should be our first caution of the game.
Indeed,
honestly.
first caution going out to, that is Anoti Daishe Gwatizo, the left back for Yadah FC in your picture there. Early yellow card for him from Patrick Kalota in the 12th minute. Dynamos to restart. Frank Makarati. Mudadi. Donald. Makarati. Dynamos still searching for space. They shifted to the left channel. Well, Kevin Moyo will launch a long one forward. Now that's better for Dynamos in the attacking third. As Valentine Gadondro tries to beat his marker, that is Emmanuel Chitauro, but without much success. But wins a throw-in. He will leave it for Nomo Chinyerere. Nyawa. Chinyerere. Whips in a good cross inside the 18. They defend it well. July to retrieve for Dynamos. Alik. Ziwocha turns his men. Mudadi on the edge of the box. Very tricky and industrious. Jalai. Nyawa. Kadondro. Cleared by Emmanuel Chitauro. Yadah recollects. The calm. Derek. I think this man, for me, has been outstanding for Yadah this season. Ivan Zarusike couldn't latch into that one. He was offside. Flag raised. Alik quickly takes it to Kevin Moy, rather. Nyawa. Goes for touch, Willie.
Yeah,
First 15 minutes, Willie, as we into the 15th minute.
yeah, a cage affair, and nothing much to write home about except that header which crashed against the upright post, and that penalty that was not given by Kalota Patrick, the man at the center of the pitch.
Throw in Makarati to take it quickly. Freddie Alec. Giving Temptation Shivunga more time to move up front a bit and venture. Here they come, Yadah now. Look at their ingenuity with Prosper, Capella, Pagila. Cherish Bangura, veteran of many battles, loses possession. Taking too much time on the ball. Mudadi looking for Ziwocha's run. But well read by Yadah as they put the keeper under pressure, comfortable on the ball. That's what they do.
Exactly, that's what the goalkeeper should do. Very comfortable with his feet there, and this time he make sure that he didn't foul the striker.
Here they come now. Gwatizo, Anoti Daishe. Poor touch. Dynamos to retrieve with better passing in exchanges. Free kick on Ziwocha. Okay. What did he give? Quick start or or the handling offense?
I'm sure it's a quick start. It was not according to his liking there. He wanted it to be taken again. Because if it was for the handball
But
offense,
where
then
is Guatizo now? It's where it was handled.
Then Guatizo should be in trouble. Remember,
Should
he
be
was
given-
yellow carded.
He was yellow carded. Should be on a red. Patrick Kalota already. Questions being asked. Freddie Alik. Really? From that distance?
I think he's a bit of underestimating the goalkeeper, the Ugandan goalkeeper, Matthias Kigonya. From that distance, I think he should give him some bit of respect. You know, Valentine, free kicks are tools for creating goals. We should be able in a position to utilize such.
Throw in on the far side. Rusike to take it to Emmanuel Chitauro. Back to their goalkeeper, the Ugandan, Matthias Kigonya. Mandive. Francis Mustafa and Madeleine Kosi. Little, but Guatizo to take it. Throw in to Yadah. Alik wins a free kick in the process. So far it looks like the problem that Dynamos had in the last two games, you know, it's been solved today with Alik coming to protect the two centre backs with that is Temptation Chiwunga playing a bit more central, a bit ahead of him as well, and the seemingly winning balls in that middle of the park.
Exactly, and Sadiq, you could see that he has been at the center of every move orchestrated by Dynamos, and also complimenting the efforts of Temptation Chiwunga, who was outstanding against Chicken Inn. Unfortunately, he ended up on the losing note. So Tanaka Shandirwa was not.
Mudadi in the box. Cross comes in. No one there. Poor effort. Poor reading of the game. Yes, you were saying.
Yes, I was saying, like, Tanaka Shandiro, who has been sacrificed today for Alex, Freddie Alik, and then Temptation Chiwunga, who had an outstanding game against Chicken Inn. He is doing very well, and today he's playing a more advanced position. Maybe it's because of the presence of Sadiki, who has been at the center of every move that has been orchestrated by Dynamos this afternoon. And they're playing some night builds-up from the back there. Nomo Chinyerere, Kelvin Moyo, the captain Frankie Makarati. They've been well protected today by Sadiki.
Indeed. You wouldn't have played because it's his parent team that is playing against Dynamos. Shandirwa today.
Oh, exactly. I think that would be another reason which I had forgotten. And also remember this match, it's the only hopeful, and Majan Jalai there was beaten there after eliminating about 2-3 Yadah defenders. A very promising position. Just reminds me of exactly the same position where Chicken Inn got their goal against Dynamos on Sunday.
And the referee Patrick Alota sending the Dynamos vice captain out because he's got white tights in him. They shouldn't be showing when you're wearing red. Should be red tights inside.
Yes, they should be matching with your kit.
main kit, yeah.
Exactly.
Jonathan Mudadi, is he injured or is feigning it? He's wincing. Kigonya sorting his wall as he backs instructions there. He wants them to stand properly. Remember, this is where Dynamos conceded their goal against Chicken Inn on Sunday.
Exactly.
Chiwunga, just over the bar. Nicely executed, but he couldn't keep it under the bar there. That is Ziwacha. But better attempt from Dynamos, better utilization of the set piece.
Exactly. This is what we were saying a while ago, that free kicks are tools for creating goals. And they nearly did that. Almost from the same position, they conceded one against Chicken Inn. Maybe they learned from their mistakes, and there it is again. And good connection by Ziwacha. Unfortunately, he couldn't keep it a few inches under the bar. Otherwise, it could be reading here, 1 in favor of Dynamos.
21 minutes. Goalless it remains. Chibuku Super Cup quarter-final. A chance! He was alert. He almost caught him way off his line, Martin Mapisa. Clever. Indeed. Trying to catch him off his guard. He plays a high line. Comes in more to play like a sweeper keeper.
Yeah, that was the very good observation from the Yadah midfielder. They spotting the goalkeeper off his line, and Mapisa was lucky and utilized his height advantage very well there. But otherwise, if he was a few inches shorter, there it is again.
Indeed. Great attempt from Manoti Daishe. Guatito. Alik. Freddy. Twist and turns. Jalai to latch on that one. Does well to win possession for Dynamos. Mudari with the cross inside the 18. Yadah misdirected. Couldn't really direct his Yadah towards goal. But it will count as an attempted goal. On goal by Temptation Chiunga, who's playing a more advanced role this afternoon.
Now today he's playing a more advanced role. Maybe there's more protection in midfield, like you're saying. And a moment ago we were talking about that long-range effort there. Maybe had it gone on, it was going also under controversial circumstances. Dynamos were claiming a free kick, which the referee waved to play on, and Yadah almost capitalized.
Indeed. Derek switches play, looking for Evans Rusike. He's onside. He's onside. Acres of space for Rusike. Goes for the 6-yard box, but no one there for them to connect with that pass. Dynamos defend, but danger not yet averted. The cross comes in Rusike. No, Matenkosi couldn't connect that one and direct it towards goal. Rather, it was Kafela Pajila, the number 10. Alik, Freddy. Quickly taken by Dynamos.
Yeah, but the ball was moving and the referee didn't like there. Another, yes.
Clear. Another glorious chance goes begging there.
So at least we are seeing some goal-mouth action and determination and some hunger being shown by both teams that they really want to score. And I was saying, remember, this match is the only opportunity for these two teams to play in Africa next season because the league is now beyond them. So winning this trophy is a sole ticket for them to play in the CAF Confederations Cup.
Indeed. Cadondro! Over the bar. Trying to shoot from outside the box there. Try to beat, that is the Ugandan goalkeeper, Matthias Kigonya.
Yes, good attempt by Valentine Cadondro there. Another attempt from long range. Maybe they are spotting that Martin Mapisa is always off his line, but they are not getting it quite right, and they should be very careful. And I'm sure Joe Lupasha, I can see him pointing to Martin Mapisa, maybe saying, just be careful, Sonny.
Indeed, that will be Warren Mapanga's job, the Dynamos goalkeeper's coach, to be watchful and make sure he's always alert. Calvin Moyo. That's Kevin Moyo. Cadondro. To Moyo. Switches flex. He's looking for Jalai, who's way ahead. No more Chinyerere. Does well there. Pushes it to his goalkeeper, Mapisa. Frank Makarati. Poor touch.
Yeah, that was a hospital pass
from Temptation Chiunga. Modadi does well to beat his marker. Confined and complete the pass with Jalai there. So many misplaced passes this afternoon. Players not completing their passes.
Yeah, I've seen this plenty of them this afternoon. I'm not sure that these players, is it failing ball control? Is it maybe the surface? It's also been affected by the rains, or is it's no longer that even, it's an uneven surface here at Faro Stadium. Maybe it's because overusing of this stadium.
Indeed. Mapisa.
Also poor maintenance of the pitch.
Freddy Alik. Makarati. Jalai. Makarati. Nyawa wants it. They want to go forward. Dynamos. They need progression in their passing. Another long searching ball. But the keeper got there first. That is Matthias Kigonya. Shadrach Nyawa. No more Chinyerere. Years of experience. Harare City, FC Platinum, Dynamos. Very nomadic. They'll clear their lines through Marvelous Fernando. And they're advising each other to be watchful. As we see Thomas Ruzibe also barking instructions for his technical area. Jalai. Throw into Dynamos as they gain more territory into Yadah FC. Fouled again. That is Jalai. He has proven to be one of the best right backs in the country.
Exactly, and you can see that there's a difference between the last two games. No wonder why George Chigo was crying foul when he was withdrawn from camp just before the Harare derby. What he is offering, this part of the crowd this afternoon, what he is offering in terms of attack, that wing back is roving up front there, more like a winger. This is very good from Aljai. And there he gets a free kick at a very, very promising position there.
So behind it will be Temptation Chiunga. You did thread a dangerous one earlier on. Can you replicate that one? And this time around, can they connect? There it comes in. Too close to the goalkeeper. No takers there. It just went straight to the goalkeeper. He should have been moving away, curling away from the goalkeeper, sort of.
Exactly, especially the way he took it with his right foot there. It was that was a dangerous foul there. And I thought the referee was going to reach for his top pocket for a yellow card, but he just decided to talk to Ziti Mano Jalai.
Indeed, Mano Jalai.
Exactly.
On Mandenko Simlido. Kwatizo, but Mapisa will claim it, no problem. Quickly threads it. Converts it into attack for Dynamos with Valentine Gadonjo. Nyawa with a cheeky flick. Fouled in the process. Freddy Alik. He played it back, should allow it. But he insists that is Patrick Kalota.
I'm also surprised because he played it back so he didn't gain any advantage. Exactly.
Yeah. Mudari, Donald. Temptation Chiunga looking for a free kick, not given. Makarati intercepts. Lucky for Mudari. Concedes a free kick.
I thought he was going to play advantage again.
And it brings play back to there. That is Patrick Kalota. 30 minutes played, 15 plus optional time still to play in this Chibuku Super Cup quarter-final rescheduled match between the defending champions Dynamos as they take on the Miracle Boys, Yadah FC. In the Premier Soccer League, these two sides have been separated. 2 draws. One ending goalless, and the second one, a 1-0 stalemate shot from, that is Kafela Parajila Prosper, but it didn't catch it right with the laces of his boot there, unfortunately.
Yes, exactly. The technique was good there, but he didn't quite get it the way, the conduct he wanted there. But on the license of his foot, that's exactly what he wanted. Unfortunately, it went agonizingly wide, and just an attempt. There it is again. And you will see even Martin Mapisa, no attempt to save it as it was way, way wide.
Goal kick. Yadah FC, Majenko Simlilo. Derek, clever pass. Couldn't keep it in there. That is Mustafa Francis. July. Karati with his defending partner Kevin Moyo. Switching flanks, almost getting Jalai's pass there. Almost well telegraphed to him.
Exactly, and this is maybe the second or third run that Jalai has made. Very intelligent run by him. Unfortunately, the boy is not getting right where he wants it, where he needs it. But Yadah should also be careful of this right channel where Jalai is operating from. Free kick awarded to Yadah for pushing there. Shadrach Nyawa was the one penalized.
Indeed. Free kick. Emmanuel Chitauro to take it. Finds Dereki. He's been industrious and outstanding. Look at him. Clever pass. Crosses whipped inside the 18. Mapisa, favorite always. Poor distribution from him. And he's shown how to do it by Matthias Kigonya. Kwatiza. Long searching ball. No more Shinyere the favorite. Nyawa does well to turn his marker. Chance for Dynamos to go on a counter here. Valentine Gadonzo beats his marker clean. Can he get onto that one? Corner kick. Good defensive work from Marvelous Fernando. Corner kick to Dynamos in the 35th minute of this encounter.
That was a very dangerous move there by Dynamos. Shadrach Nyawa doing well, selling a dummy to a Yadah player, sending Valentine Kadonzo clear, who beat his marker cleanly. But unfortunately, Fernando Marvelous was good.
A header! Foul. Cheveno Nyawa. There. But it was a good corner kick from Valentine Kadonzo.
Very good corner kick. Unfortunately, the goalkeeper was protected there by the match official for a foul inside the box.
Chinyerere. Moyo back to the goalkeeper, Mapisa. They'll restart it. Dynamos recycle it. With Makarati Frank, their captain. Opts to push it back to Mapisa. Chinyerere on the right. Kadonjo. Valentine. Whips it across inside. Gets second bite of the cherry. Nyawa mops up for Dynamos. Evans Rusike. Switches play. He was looking for a run there from Madlenkosi. But couldn't thread it quite to his path.
I thought he chose the wrong option and the most difficult one. He should have just played it in the line there. There was someone who was opening up within distance, but he opted for a more difficult pass.
Chigove. Jackets on. It's an overcast, cloudy afternoon here in Harare as we are at the ceremonial home of football. That is Rufaro Stadium. Shadrack Nyawa. Frank Makarati. Nyawa beaten by the bounce. Rusike. Prosper with the cross. Good interception from Frank Makarati. They were looking for a run there for the other players that were going into the 6-yard box there. Timely intervention.
Timely intervention by the captain there, because that was looking a very dangerous cross, especially with the on-rushing forwards and defenders. Defenders are bound to make mistakes when such a cross is flooded in, especially that pass.
Kevin Moyo to chase. Retrieves it for Dynamos. Finds a pass in Nomo Chinyerere. Freddy Alik. One of the 4 changes that Dynamos did make from their last game where they lost against Chicken Inn on Sunday. Nyawa. Nomo Chinyerere. Whips in across. But no takers on the blind side for Dynamos.
And also there, Nyawa, there when he twisted and turned there, Shinyere was on the run already. Then he thought of giving him a bit late. That should be a swift counter-attack which they failed to capitalize on.
Sense of urgency when in attack.
Exactly, Valentine.
Kwatizo. Anoti Daishe. Free kick awarded by the referee. Foul by Frank Makarati on Madlenko Simlilo. Jalai making sure his defense is back in position. Kwatizo being pushed back by the referee. Sitting on a yellow. Got an early yellow card. I'm sure the young man is one of those good ones, very disciplined nonetheless. A chance. He was given on a platter to thread a shot or a cross inside the 6-yard box, and he went for the wrong option there. That is Jerry Chipangura.
Exactly, Jerry Chipangura there with all the experience he has. You could see the technique of shooting there. He was leaning backwards instead of leaning forward. No wonder why he skied his effort.
Makarati, Moyo.
There it is again for Jerry Pangura. Look at him.
We should have even lifted up his eyes. There was a man on the blind side all alone.
Exactly.
Nyawa, Shadrack. Makarati. Alik. Very sure-footed. Look at him, Zwocha, blocked intelligently. Gonya. Kwatizo. Poor touch from the young man. Throw into Dynamos. Zwocha wanting it, but he opts for Makarati. Now finally Zwocha gets it. Chalai. Poor pass from him. Throw in on the near side. Kwatizo. Good control from Rusike. But Mlilo couldn't find him with the second pass. Chalai. Pelagila. Nyawa. Valentine Kadonzo to chase. Emmanuel Chitauro got there first. Chitauro now. Emmanuel Chitauro. So 3 Emmanuels in this encounter. Surely God is with us.
Exactly, God with us, Emmanuel, that's what it translates. Emmanuel Zocha, Emmanuel Jalai, and Emmanuel
Chitauro.
Tauro.
Zwocha. Why not play advantage?
Exactly. He was in possession.
He was in possession. He was in control of the ball.
Exactly.
Unless it was the free kick going to other direction. That's what Jalai is asking. The referee. But why didn't you play advantage?
I'm not impressed by
And also he's
Patrick
sitting on a
Kaloti.
yellow.
Exactly.
Potentially that could have been a second yellow. To make it a red. Emmanuel Paga amongst the substitutes this afternoon.
Yes, Manuel Parker in dreadlocks.
Together with Brendan Jeremani already warming up. Temptation Chiunga being given a third chance. Almost in a similar position to whip it in and create problems for Yadah FC. He's calculating, seeing where he can place this one. Ups for Jalai! Save! Offside. Better execution this time around.
That free kick is straight from the training ground. It was
Wow.
well executed. Unfortunately, when the goalkeeper parried it, the striker was offside, but he had not done any justice with that rebound, which fell to him. At least hit the back of the net, then the flag goes up.
Indeed. Oh, it was whipped in anger.
Exactly.
Stinging shot from Emmanuel Jalai, but good save from Matthias Gigonia.
And you could see this is the reason why.
Looks like he injured himself in the process.
Yes, he has been injured. The goalkeeper was injured when he tried to make that save. Is it a groin?
Should be the knee or the groin.
The knee.
Yeah. He says he's okay.
He says it's okay. Maybe
So
it's just
he's taking the sting out of
exactly. He just want
everything,
to kill that momentum which Dynamos is offering. Especially because it's about 1.5 minutes before halftime or fourth plus whatever is going to be added on by Patrick Kalota and his team of officials and the Ugandan goalkeeper. There it is.
there.
Is it landing? But I'm sure he just want to take that sting
Yeah.
out of it. Exactly.
Indeed, I thought maybe his knee could have hit the ground hard.
But you can clearly say that
they
he
know
didn't-
the
he
keepers
didn't- yeah.
how to technically go for the ball without them injuring themselves. Dynamos also get an opportunity with their coach for a few instructions to be shared.
Same as Yadah here.
Indeed. The assistants, Brenham Siska.
Baba Gari.
Indeed, together with goalkeeper's coach as well. Some of the fans here
And Brenham Siska
trying
being
to keep warm. Do you think are they dancing to enjoy, but just maybe to keep warm because of the cold breeze that is blowing through? That is the stadium this afternoon.
Yeah, I'm sure it's more to do with the weather because we haven't seen much entertainment from that can entertain the crowd from this. Because remember the crowd, they come here to watch goals. They want to be entertained in football. Yes, it's promising that some goals might come in this match, but also consider that these two teams has met twice before and all matches went in a deadlock.
And since when did Dynamos have a brass band?
I'm not so surprised. I saw it again last week against Chicken Inn. That is on Sunday.
1 minute of optional time being shown and raised as Yadah go in attack here to try and draw first blood. They were looking for a penalty, not given. Jalai tested the goalkeeper so far this afternoon with a stinging shot. Well saved by Metas Kigonya. The referee will blow the first half. Willie, before we go to CNN Charles Mabika and the team, your assessment of the first 45?
Yeah, a very cage affair. Nothing much to write home about, but except that effort, headed effort by Yadah, which hit the upright early on, and that penalty call, which was not given. To me, it was a clear penalty, and another stinging effort by Emmanuel Jalai, which was why Michael Nies and George Goa always demand for him to be there. And also, talking of these match officials, I'm not impressed by Patrick Alota. On about 4 or 5 occasions when he should have played advantage, and there's Dynamos, there's giving some, and Yadah also walking out to the changing rooms. We'll see what will happen in the second half. But remember, if this match ends in a draw this time, it will be dreaded penalty shootouts.
And we are at the halfway mark, folks. What a first half it's been here at Rufaro Stadium. Both Dynamos FC and Yadah FC have their share of glorious chances, but somehow, someway, the score remains deadlock at goalless. Timbara will feel agonized after being denied a genuine penalty shout, while Yadah's woodwork woos continue after hitting the upright post. The Miracle Boys must be wondering what could have been if one had gone in. It's been a tale of missed opportunities thus far, but the intensity and the excitement are palpable. Both teams are giving in their all, having everything on the pitch. Will the second half bring more of the same, or will one of these teams finally break the deadlock and seize the initiative? Stay tuned, folks. The second half will be coming through in a few moments' time, and you can bet your bottom dollar it's going to be a wild ride. Who will come out top? Will it be the defending champions Dynamos FC or the plucky underdogs Yadah FC? The suspense is killing us. And of course, let's do crossover for some analysis from Charles CNN Mabika together with that is team.
The high-density suburb of Mbare. That's where we are at Rufaro Stadium. I don't know where you are, all over the world, in Zimbabwe and all over the world. It's 0-0 in the Chibuku Super Cup quarterfinal between Dinamo Dimbare, Dynamos, and the Miracle Boys, Yadah. As you saw, if you're watching, of course, I know you were, misses from both ends, but I think Dynamos having more misses than their opponents here. Well, remember, if we're still deadlocked, yes, we are heading into a penalty shootout. But we will be deadlocked after the second half. We'll have to wait and find out. Chief Justice Majavi and Jose Nkani are still here with me. Well, let's find out first from Chief Justice Majavi. Remember, he has tipped his old team to go through to the semi-finals. Let's find out his thoughts about the first 45 minutes.
You see, CNN, the first 45 minutes, I would say in the beginning of the match, Dynamos looked like they're into the game. They controlled everything in the midfield, but in the third half, they're not doing enough. You know, we haven't seen much. Okay, they missed a few chances, but they are not clear-cut chances. One shot we had from Jalai, but it's not that what they want. You know, it's not a winning pattern the way they're doing it. You know, they need to be more aggressive and going forward. They need to push and try by all means to get and create clear and clean chances. You know, you've seen, you know, in midfield they are trying to pass it here and there, but they are losing it as well, going to the third, which is very crucial. They got some free kicks, they didn't utilize anything. You know, it's a major setback. If you see a game more like this, going halftime, 0-0, and they've always faced the problems in the second half. So it's quite not impressive first half for me. Yeah.
Not very impressive, according to Chief Justice. But you know what I'm going to ask Jose before I ask him his thoughts about the first 45 minutes. I want to ask you as well. Kakwaya ke dimbare aka wakapiwa say. To me, in this park, I enjoyed Kabaskoro, Batamana Dona. So I want to ask Jose, Kakwaya ke dimbare.
I think Kakwaya Dimbare has been one of the highlights from the first half that we've seen. Because on the pitch, we didn't have any wow moments. So I think that Kwaya is coming handy to salvage a situation that is somehow average and moderate. So I think this is for the fans. You know, you want to come to a stadium and also enjoy that atmosphere. Even if you bring your family, you know, even if they are not enjoying the game, they can be stomping their feet and enjoying the music. So I think it's part of the game. That's what we talk about when we say a football product. Because football is not about the 90 90 minutes on the pitch. It's about an environment. It's about an atmosphere where people come in and enjoy a beautiful game of football, even as a family outing.
That's right.
Yeah, so it's quite a good spectacle that we're enjoying this afternoon.
You know, this Dynamos choir reminding me of turning back the years and reminding me of the Motor Action choir. They used to be like that as well, you know, with those songs. And I'm really enjoying this choir. I don't know. I hope you are enjoying it as well. I'll go back to Jose because I hadn't asked him his thoughts about the first 45 minutes.
Well, the first 45 minutes for me have been average. Yes, we've seen a Dynamos that has been more on the offensive. They've tried to create more chances. Dynamos has been more on the offensive, but their chances are not as clear-cut to create material for Valentine Cardozo as well as
Emmanuel Ziwocha
to finish. Of course, they've been invited into play a couple of times, but the finishing hasn't been what we're expecting for a team that is expecting to defend this trophy. But on the other hand, we've seen Yadah trying to come on a counter. The few chances that they've created, they've actually threatened. So Dynamos are more on the offensive. Yadah are coming in here and there. It's still an evenly balanced affair at the moment. But chances are not as clear-cut. But one can draw comfort again from the fact that Dynamos are trying to create chances. Because you can only score goals from the chances you create. So the more you create, the more you try, the more options and the more probabilities you give yourself to try and score. But there's nothing much to separate the two teams at the moment. It's anyone's game, you know. If the two teams could be more clinical, and also even the passes that are coming from the midfield, if they could be more clearly defined and more precise for the strikers to work with. We saw in the first half, even on the part of Yadah, Evans Rusike, he's one deadly finisher, mind you, but he's not getting the material that he should work with from his midfield and even the ball supply. So we are not seeing any spark so far. I don't know whether it's strategic for the coaches want to see out the first half and then come in and bite in the second half and avoid penalties. We don't know. Or maybe the second half will tell.
You know, I am one who loves nicknames. I'm sure you who have followed me right throughout my football career, you love the way I give nicknames. I enjoy nicknames. I learn and so on. I can tell you, if you didn't know, that Dynamo's number 3, Freddie Alec, his nickname is Macheso. Yes, Anonzi Macheso. You know why? Because Freddie Alec. So the Dynamos fans just picked up the Alec of what Macheso. So Freddie Alec, if you didn't know, number 3 for Dynamos is Macheso. So, well, Chief Justice, let's now maybe look ahead at the second half. I won't give you the cap of Mablanyo. I'll give you the cap of Thomas Rusive. What do you think he's planning to do now in the second half?
I think, of course, you know, a damage is needed. That's what they are planning. They need to progress. You know, Yadah, you look relatively few young players inside, and I think they will try by all means to go forward. They have already seen the weakness, and they are going to use the weakness of Dynamos. In the second half, Dynamos goes to sleep, especially the first 10 minutes. After that 10 minutes, they collapse. So he's going to utilize that moment, and I think
that's what happened against Caps United.
Of course, Caps United game against Chicken Inn as well. Second half, after 56 minutes, they collapse. They won't have that gel. So he is going to try by all means to add up front and to try to push forward and get a goal. And he knows if they get a goal, it's difficult for Dynamos to come back. Yeah.
Right. I can tell you that JT, Jairus Tapera, the head coach of Manica Diamonds, is here. He's up there. He's here. He's watching. Because remember, whoever goes through to meet Manica Diamonds. So, just so that you know, he is here, Jairus Tapera. Now, Jose, I'm going to give you the cap, of course, of Mablanyo. What do you think right now he's planning to do?
Right now, I would say we've created maybe half chances. Right, so now how do we do to unlock the Yadah defense? Probably capitalize on the set pieces. We noted in the first half that Dynamos had actually 3 set pieces that they created on the right channel. The way they were flighted into the box, they were not as clinical, and then the strikers could not finish. So I'll probably work around and say, guys, from the free kicks that we can create around the edge of the box, we make sure we increase our efficiencies. We make sure we kill off the game even from the set piece. Because in terms of interplay, breaking down the Yadah lines hasn't been coming out very well. So that will be a point of concern, number one, to address that. How do we knit our passes into the final third to give our strikers an opportunity, something to work with, and then making sure when we get a free kick, let's make sure we capitalize on it. So maybe set pieces may decide this encounter because it's been evenly balanced.
They might, Jose might be right, but so far, the set pieces that they've had, especially Dynamos, they've had more, but they really haven't utilized that. On the log standings, nothing much separates the two teams. Yadah Dynamos are in 9th position, and the other are in 10th. So not much separating the two teams, but we'll have to wait. Cup games are always difficult to predict. But one man who I'll just ask Chief Justice to comment upon is the Dynamos number 6. We call him the Don. Donald Mudadi. I gave him that nickname, of course. He hasn't really come to the party, has he?
Yeah, you know, I think it's a positional thing. Many times I've seen him, he's very good when he goes a little bit upwards because he's a skillful player. He's also good in his ball control. He can manage the ball very well. But now he's a little bit coming back, and he doesn't have that speed to carry him forward. He's a slow player, but it's better for him to shorten his distance. He stays up front, get the ball, create a chance for the striker. So now it's up and there. If you see, he's playing on his corner. He has got his corner. If I'm not quite sure about which position exactly is he deployed. If he's in a roving attacking midfielder, of course he's not a box-to-box midfielder, but maybe he's just playing.
You were a box-to-box midfielder.
No, they're big engines, you know. Yeah, so on the right side.
My engine, manyama.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, so it's limiting him if you see most of the time. With his ability, I would push him a little bit forward. If I was him, I would try to train that and get create chances for the strikers. And he's a very good player with the ball, very good. And
when he comes to the party, he drives Dynamo.
Yeah, sometimes he drives Dynamos very well, but he gets to a point whereby if he doesn't receive the ball, he's walking on the field. You know, he doesn't create his space. He knows it's dangerous, but he's walking. You know, that one he should work on that as well, and he can make the difference for Dynamos. Yeah.
That's right. Well, who's going to make the difference? That is the big question. Remember, if it ends like this, like a deadlock, we head into a penalty shootout, and you heard Mablanyo saying they are prepared, they've practiced the penalty shootouts. Thomas Recife didn't want to say much about that. So let's wait and find out what the second half is going to bring us. We go back to Vava, Valentine Mabugu, and Ginola Willie Mtingwa. We'll be talking to you at the end of the 90.
Welcome back here at Rufaro Stadium, and of course we are almost ready for the second half of this encounter. Many thanks go out to CNN, Charles Mabika, as well as John Gani and Justice Chief Majavi, and we're almost ready here for kickoff for the second half, and Patrick Kalota gets us underway. So some tactical tracks we wait for from Dynamos FC as they seek to break the deadlock, and of course they're trying to bring in their playmakers. We saw them warming up. That is the two players. That is Diego Msiwa as well as Jeremani, as they try to bring a bit of urgency into the side here this afternoon. And Willie, we did see them warming up there, and we hope that when we see them, Dynamos will be hoping to really do it, get a bit of impetus going up front, because these are two attacking midfielders. And of course, you also look at Yadah. They still have that is their trump card, that is Kamabida, sitting it out on the bench.
Exactly, it's very true that these two are likely to come in as early as possible, because they stayed behind during the halftime team talk, and they stayed behind warming up, and some intensive warm-ups there I saw were for other Msiwa and Brendan Jeremani there. So I'm sure Chigo and Lupasha, they definitely need some changes, some agents in attack. And remember, I said, if this match ends in a deadlock again, then it will be penalty shootout to decide who goes through to the semi-finals.
Indeed, the referee asks for a retake. That is Patrick Alota, as you can see. There he is. Says, let's go. Dynamos will recollect from Daddy. Looking for a run here from, that is Ziwoche. Checks in, finds no more Chinyerere on the left. Dynamos now in all red. Attacking from right to left on your screens. And the reverse is true for Yadah in blue and white. Throw in. Clive Mandive. Valentine Gadonjo. Nyawa. Shadrach. Chance for a counter here for Yadah. Jerry Chipangura. Looking for Rusike. Combining well. Back to Jerry Chipangura. Cross is whipped in. But Dynamos will try and defend it. Shot! What a goal! Prosper Kafela Pachila hitting Dynamos early when they least expected it, on a rebound that fell kindly on his feet from outside of the box and the edge of the box, beating Mapisa. All systems out. Yadah draw first blood. Early in this encounter of the second half.
Kafela Panjila Prosper, well taken shot at the edge of the box, giving goalkeeper Martin Apisa no chance at all. And so only 2.5 minutes after the restart, Dynamos were showing the more promising and more urgent team into attack, but there they were bridged by Shadrach Nyawa losing possession when they were in the attacking mode. And there it is again. Area Tassel, there he won the ball himself. At the end of the box, far post, no chance for the desperately diving Martin Mapisa.
Good shot, good goal to draw first blood from Yadah FC as they take the lead in the Chibuku Super Cup. The defending champions are trailing. Plenty of time still to play nonetheless. Plenty of time to still reorganize to get back into this one. Oh, well taken shot, Willie. You don't get them better than that, really.
You don't, Vale. And that was water inside that, just outside the penalty box. It was well taken, far post. I can't blame the goalkeeper there. There was nothing he could do. It was just unfortunate. They conceded when we were just resuming the second half. And like I said, they were in an attacking mode, and Shadrach Nyawa lost possession unnecessarily, and they were caught by a swift counter-attack, which was well orchestrated by Ivan Rosike.
Throw in. He was looking for a free kick there, but not given. Dynamos under a lot of pressure, making all the mistakes in this half. And they got punished for one. Makarati. Mapisa. Makarati. Jalai. Makarati. Kalota insisting on where the free kick was taken from.
But Valentine, I'm sure when FIFA are crafting or modifying, amending these rules, they're encouraging some attacking flow in it. You can't really order a retake for a difference of 30 centimeters where a free kick taker was taken from. What advantage do you gain from 30 centimeters?
Yeah. Mudari couldn't keep it on his feet. It was pickpocketed from him. Nyawa. Valentine Gadonjo. Offside. From the second assistant, Victor Chimbazo. Here comes the Dynamos captain, Frank Makarati, looking for his watcher. Nicely telegraphed to him. Did show too much of the ball. Hence he lost it. Jalai does well. Jalai, Zwocha, Alik. Basic, simple football from Alik. Freddy.
Very outstanding, this young man.
Just
for
Dynamos
Dynamos.
inside the box. Couldn't get there in time. But it almost fell kindly to him. Temptation Chiwunga to Jalai. Looking for space and somebody in red. Makarati threads, cross inside the box. Defended well by Yadah. Throw in. Desperate time for Dynamos as Mapisa goes to take the throw in. Kevin Moyo. Fred Makarati pumping a long one forward. Throw into Dynamos. Jalai. Makarati. Freddy Ali. Jalai. Radham Dadi. Muscled out. Yadah no longer playing their normal game, but yellow card will be shown by the referee Patrick Kalota on Donald Mudadi. Pleading with the referee, but the referee already flashed his yellow card. Probably saying this is my first or second.
Yeah,
Surely
today it was
should be a bit more lenient.
it was his first offense, but the referee saw otherwise that he deserved a yellow card, and he injured a man who was also yellow carded in the 12th minute of the first half, Joel Bashar Shadrack Nyawa.
I'm sure it's about how he lost possession in that incident and how he needs to be a bit more quicker in his thinking and processing and seeing space and exploring it.
Exactly, especially when it comes to exploring it, because at that time he had acres of space and a lot of options, but he opted to dribble past his marker and he lost the ball, and they were duly punished for that. There is confirmation Donald Mudadi been yellow carded there.
Mapisa to collect, no problem. Dynamos can build from the back. Freddy Alik. Jalai. Frank Makarati, the captain. Pumping a long one forward. Dynamos player on the floor. Asking for a free kick. Kwatizo. Anotida Ishe. Mudadi. Jalai does well to beat his marker. Can he whip in across? Yes, he does. Too close to the goalkeeper. No problem for Matthias Kigonya. Read that very well. Why are Yadah not playing their normal game after scoring? Because it looks like they're conceding possession to Dynamos, as if to say, Dynamos, come on to us. We'll try and catch you on a break or something, or we'll give you possession or something like that.
It looks like they want to destabilize Dynamos the way they were been playing, especially with the Freddy Alik. There is the chance. And of course, no more Chinyerere. I'm a bit surprised. Emmanuel Paga is the one who has been thrown into the fray.
So what does it mean? Does it mean Jalai switches flanks? Or is not going to be more advanced?
Yeah,
Or Nyawa will come and play as the left back?
yeah, maybe they are going to play with their
And have
three
more
at
attacking
the
option.
back. Yes, exactly. Maybe Nya will be coming back more.
Temptation Chiunga to take the free kick. Too close to the goalkeeper once again.
Jerush Pangora was calling for it, but the goalkeeper decided to set and is furious. Out of the viewers' picture there, Jerush Pangora is furious with the goalkeeper.
Indeed, should have gone for a counter there. There was an opportunity for Jerry to have a run in at the Dynamos defense, which had gone in to try and head in the cross from the set piece, and they would have been caught.
Yes, exactly. There's another example where you're saying that Yadah are no longer playing their normal game. They can no longer stitch at least 3 passes together like they used to do. We used to saw some nice build-ups from Yadah. Even when they are down, you cannot believe that they are down. They continue with their passing game. But this afternoon, it's a bit different.
Offside. Kadonro needs to watch his line because this is the second time he's offside unnecessarily, and it kills the impetus of Dynamos' attack.
Exactly. The far side assistant referee got it quite right. He was offside, though marginal, but he was offside, so he must mend his lines because Yadah are very good at playing this offside trap.
Indeed. Methus Kigonya, the Ugandan goalkeeper. Nyawa, yeah, looks like he's now playing against the left back. Versatile he is. Jalai finds Mudadi. Good pass. Mudadi couldn't keep it under control. Ivan Zurusike no longer has the pace nowadays.
And he was marginal offside again. As you can see, the near side assistant referee, his flag was up.
Nyawa. Temptation Chiunga. Too soft, you'll say.
Change for Yadah. Vareta Takunda is coming on for the man who was yellow carded. That is Anotidaishe Gwatizo.
Indeed, because he's a bit under pressure, and July is giving him a Tory time.
Exactly. That's because I'm sure that is a good change by Thomas Oroziwe. He doesn't want to finish this game with a man shot. Because the way Jalai is getting through past this man, he might be tempted to pull him down or maybe to foul him, which might result in a second yellow card.
Indeed. Good to see him encouraging the man who's taking his position to keep it going, keep it going.
Yes, that's Takunda Vareta. And there's Gwatizo and the bench on your pitch.
Paga just misses the upright by a whisker foot. But it was a good turn from Emmanuel Paga.
Impact of a substitution, that's what we want to show. Even the coaches, they'll be very happy if a substitute come with this such impact.
Indeed.
And now we have 4 Emmanuels.
4 Emmanuels. "60 minutes, an hour of football has been played. Yadah FC lead by a goal to nil, courtesy of a brilliant strike coming through from that is Prosper Kafela Pajila, beating Emmanuel Mapisa, all systems out in the 48th minute of this encounter, 46th minute of this encounter.
Free kick to Yadah this time around.
Yadah prepared to take it. Is looking for the mouth of the ball. I understand when you put the mouth of the ball facing downwards, it gives you better
Exactly.
movement of the ball.
Movement of the ball, exactly.
That's why you see them searching and looking.
Along the way it is, exactly.
Yeah.
And Dynamos should watch out. They've been not good aerially.
Emmanuel Shitauro, Yadah! Whoa, that was close. Very, very close from that is Madenko Simlilo. Mapisa would have been beaten all systems out with
He
that.
could have been beaten. That was a free header, and that's criminal defending from Dynamos. You can't allow a free header from a set piece. At least be beaten in the air, but at least you are showing some marking spirit in you. Not to leave someone with a free header like that.
Paga. Freddy Alik. Chiunga. Moyo. Kevin. Nyawa. Again, another mistake from Nyawa. Poor touch from Jerry Chipangura to convert that into attack. Now it is them chasing in defense. A chance for Dynamos. Mudadi shoots. Blocked. Valentine Kadonjo couldn't keep it in play. Hold on to the possession for Dynamos, but Nyawa. Cross comes in, but it's ricochets off a defender. Mudadi. Chiunga. Looking for Mudadi. Dynamos running out of ideas on how to attack and what to do with the ball. At the edge of the box. And the fans are frustrated here, Willie.
Exactly. Too much thinking outside the box there. When there's a lot of options there, temptation. I'm sure you should, at times, it just reminds me, there's a player down for Yadah, the goal scorer is down, and the referee has allowed the medical team to attend. You could see. Exactly. The fans are tired. They need substitution, they need fresh legs there, they need an equalizer. This is a cup game. It's not, there are no points at stake. It's a semi-final bet which is at stake here.
Indeed.
There you see, temptation Chiunga.
Taking
giving away possession when you are in an attacking position. And the Yadah faithfuls,
they are singing, they are dancing.
Not sure if they have some anointing oil.
So it's the anointing oil.
There is the goal scorer.
Prosper Kafelapajila. With a Theamitic. Throw into Dynamos. Emmanuel Chitauro was getting instructions and now rushing into the box. Freddy Alik whips in across inside the box. A free header for Paga. Couldn't connect. Another chance goes begging for Dynamos.
Yeah, it went begging again, and Emmanuel Paga was all by himself. Exactly, I thought maybe he was going to use his chest to control the ball. He had all the time in the world to do that, and was going to punish Matthias Kigonya there.
Goal kick. Mudadi. Paga, Emmanuel. Beats his marker, hacked down, but play on, says the referee. Kadonjo takes over. Goes to the bar line, cross. Overcooks his pass. It's not going on well for Dynamos this afternoon.
Goal scorer been substituted for Yadah, and incoming is Ryan Ngube.
Indeed, Ryan Ngube comes in for Prosper Kafelapajila, the goal scorer. He's done the business so far.
So far his goal separates the two teams, and so far his goal is giving us a fixture against Manika Diamonds in the semi-final.
So whoever wins this quarterfinal faces Manika Diamonds in the semi-final. Not an easy fixture. Manika Diamonds would like to redeem themselves, and you know, there's a promising season that just crumbled like a deck of cards in the mid-season.
Exactly. At one point they were leading the pack in the Castle Laga Premier League. That ended up with the Jaros Tapera earning himself a caretaker coach best role at the Zifa there. There's the goal again by Prosper Kafelapajila there.
And it back to the play, live action now. Deregi fouls Jalai.
And remember, Jaros Tapera and his Manika Diamonds, they eliminated the FC Platinum.
Indeed. Mudadi Donald.
And I'm not sure whether that match will be played in Mutare or Harare.
Neutral venue, most likely.
Neutral venue is for the semi-finals, is it?
Yeah. Throw in. Alik has been so sure-footed this afternoon. Ziwocha, free kick.
Undoubtedly the best player in Dynamos colors this afternoon. And the
Karate. Again, the referee insisting. Patrick Kalota. But maybe he's been very consistent.
yeah,
Can give it that to him.
he has been consistent, yes.
With how he wants
it to
the
be
ball
played.
to be where it has to be taken from.
Yeah, that's what gives him credit there, because if he was not consistent, then we were going to criticize him heavily. There's Joel Pasha, former Warriors winger.
Nyawa losing a lot of possession. Alik, Freddy, there you go.
He doesn't lose possession unnecessarily.
Indeed.
That's his strength.
A cross is whipped inside the AAS, except the keeper misses it, but gets second bite of the cherry and wasn't punished for it. Shitauro gives him a pat on the back to say, take it easy, be sure.
You could see the decision making we were talking about Dynamo. They all attacked the ball and no one was at the blind side. If there was someone at the blind side, when the goalkeeper spilled it, someone was going to capitalize.
Again, mops up well. That is Freddy Alik. There he is on the ball. Good pass. Paga controls well. Can he beat his marker? He does find a good pass. Chiwunga. Overpassing. Valentine Kadondro again.
And overpassing, overthinking. This is where Prosper got his goal from, at the edge of the box. Try to test the goalkeeper, and Dynamos making their final substitution. Temptation Chiwunga is being withdrawn, and I'm sure it's Elton Chikona.
Another attacking option. All the guns are there.
They are now desperate for an equalizer.
Can Mudadi play centrally and a less advanced role? Because that's what it means with Chiwunga now out.
Yeah, we need now to see how many attacking options they now have. I think about 4 or 5.
Elton comes
attacking players.
Yeah, 5 attacking players.
5 attacking-minded players in the side. That's signs of desperation. They now need a goal.
Remember, no extra time in this one. Straight to the penalty shootouts. Moyo retrieves for Dynamos. Mapisa to restart. An attack for Dynamos. Aliki. Long searching ball. Looking for Emmanuel Paga. Mudadi to control. Alik. Again finds a good pass there. Nyawa. Better from Dynamos. Oh, mistimed his header. Oh, his jump rather. No free kick. Emmanuel was looking for it. Ivan Zerusike in acres of space here. Can he punish Dynamos?
The whistle is gone. The whistle is gone.
Blon did take a bit of time.
For a free kick at the edge of the Yadah box. Imagine, Valentine. You see why Yadah bench is furious.
Furious. They're saying it's not fair. Did he stop playing in attack because there's an injured player, or it was an offside that was raised by the first assistant, that is Tapire Piri?
There was no offside. The referee actually blew and he pointed to the injured player. That is the reason why I'm stopping play. And you can see that's why the Yadah bench are furious. And the first assistant referee is in front of the Yadah bench. They clearly saw that there was no flag raised.
Surely, look at that mistimed Yadah. And now, there you go. Converse was looking for
There is the injury.
Yes.
And then the ball was played
Pointed?
here.
Yes. And he was pointing there.
Pointing there that this is a foul, and that's the reason why I'm stopping play. That's not good officiating. So Yadah might feel they've been hard done, but they might not complain too much because they also saved that penalty call in the first half.
Let's see where the ball is going to be restarted from and who's going to get possession of the ball.
It
This
must
will
be a
tell
drop-
us what he
It
blew
must be a
for.
drop ball. It must be a drop ball.
Yeah, let's see who is he giving possession to. If it's a draw ball, then that surely should have been allowed to continue. It was advantage, Yadah.
Yes. But he's giving it Dynamos. Jala and Rusike.
So what instruction is he giving here? Let's see. And
I'm
it
sure he-
seems like he's begging Rusike to say,
You should play it in touch.
yes.
So he's giving Yadah the ball.
Uh-huh.
So he's asking Rusike to play it in touch. I'm not sure. Where is he pointing to?
I'm maybe saying give back possession to Dynamos. And cleverly, he gains more ground. That is Rusike. Surely they should have been allowed to
To play on.
play on.
You see, that proves that it was no offside there. And
Yes.
when if it was Dynamos that played the ball into touch, then Yadah was supposed to play back, give back possession to Dynamos.
Indeed.
And why did he stop play? That was not a head injury.
Indeed.
Another header player is down.
And that's a head injury. That's where he needs to stop play. He's up. A header. Rusike misses it. Jalai to chest. Got Mantlenkosi there first. He was the one injured, but he recovered. Jalai. Mudadi in space. Who will he opt for? Paga. Can't find him. Rusike tussling. Makarati pushes it out for a throw in on the far side inside the Dynamos half. 1-0. Confirmation of the scoreline so far. Yadah scoring through. That is Prosper Kafela Jeria in the 48th minute with a beautiful wall struck goal beating Dynamos goalkeeper, all systems out. That is Martin Mapisa. No chance whatsoever.
Yellow card for time wasting, I'm sure.
Indeed, yellow card being shown there to, that is Takunda Vareta.
Yeah, that's the man who was introduced in place of Anot Daishe.
Chawana Tigere taking the notes
Batizo, yes.
together with the referee as the fourth assistant, as the fourth referee. "75 minutes up. 15 plus optional time still to play. Can Dynamos find an equalizer here? Can Yadah FC dump the defending champions out of the Chibuku Super Cup? Takunda Vareta confirmation of the yellow card on your screen there. Emmanuel Chitauro.
Yadah also need an assurance goal. Dynamos need an equalizer.
Freddy Alik to clear. Paga. Tussling. Chitauro to take it. What's the delay now? Okay, substitution.
Double substitution for Yadah. And number 24 is Makopa Ariel. And they are withdrawing number 22. I'm not sure is it the correct number that was been shown on the board.
And that, let's wait and see.
So Ariel Makopa is been introduced.
That is Mustafa.
And Tanaka Chikumba.
Mustafa Francis calls it a day. Sike being taken. Being taken out for, that is Tanaka Chikumba. Misplaced pass there by Ziwocha. Shadrach Nyawa looking for Paga. Paga tries to shoot, too desperate. Played with the closest man close to you, son.
That was a bit of ambitious from about 30 meters away. And his shooting boots seems not to be on.
The clock slowly ticking away in the wrong direction for Dynamos and in the right direction for Yadah FC, the Miracle Boys.
And remember, they have come a billiard on the bench.
Indeed. Moyo. Long session ball. Dynamos are pumping these balls and they're losing possession unnecessarily. They need to play. Confirmation of the substitutions as well on your screen. Metas Kigonya will eat up all the seconds he can. More substitutions being prepared for Dynamos. There, as you can see, they are now changing. That should be Brendan Jeremani. The ones that we suspected earlier that they were going to come first.
The way
together with Diego Msia.
Exactly. They warmed up so intensively during halftime break, and they never went to the changing rooms. But I was surprised that Paga was the first one to come, who was not even
warming up.
Exactly.
Paga tries to turn his marker, but well read by Matthias Kigonya, the Ugandan goalkeeper. Yeah, you'll take the whole area. So they are preparing. That is Busangwenya, as well as Brendan Jeremani. More attacking options for Dynamos. Chikona. Paga. Rather, that was Jalai. The referee says play or no free kick. It was offside, Jerry Chipangura.
A very clear offside there.
Mudari, Dynamos quickly take it. Desperate times. 80 minutes up. 10 plus optional time. Still to play. Donald. Mudari. Paga. A shot! And a goal! Valentine Gadonzo. Snapshot on the edge of the box.
This is exactly what we were talking about, Valentine. Tried from outside the box like what Yadah did. And Valentine Gadonzo, the last man to score for Dynamos against Cape United, has found the back of the net with a rising shot, and the goalkeeper was beating at his near post there. There's Dynamos fans in jubilation, celebrating the equalizer with about under 90 minutes to go. That's 8 minutes and 40 seconds to play, plus whatever the referee is going to add on. Are we heading for a dreaded penalty shootout here, Valentine? There's the goal again.
Shot from the edge of the box. Keeper beaten all systems out. Top corner, top finish from a man in form, Valentine Kadonzo.
Zipping left footer there, Valentine. What a goal by Valentine Kadonzo. And remember, I was saying, he's the last man to score against Caps United for Dynamos, and it was at the same angle when he scored, though it was a grounder, which he poked the ball between the legs of Caps United goalkeeper Tundre Matayonga. Now we are in for a treat, Valentine. And all the delaying by Kigonya.
Indeed.
Final 7 minutes here at Rufaro, the ceremony of football. An exciting encounter. It's turning out to be an epic battle of Valentine.
It seems like Dynamos have their tails up here. Mudadi, can they avoid the dreaded penalty shootout, the lottery? They're in attack. Moyo. Chikona couldn't knock it down close to him. Jerry Chipangura. Can he beat his marker here? Freddy forces him wide and into a forced pass. Moyo. Dynamos will clear. Acres of space for July here. Here comes Valentine Kadonzo, the goal scorer. Paga. Modadi will shoot. No problem for the goalkeeper.
At least you are now watching football, Valentine, and you could hear the decibels as the levels have increased at the Vietnam end there, where the Dynamos faithfuls are now confident and optimistic that they'll get the winning goal here.
Indeed. Mapisa, all in a hurry. Mudadi. Dynamos don't want to take this to the dreaded penalty shootout. Freddy Aliki, outstanding game for Dynamos this afternoon. Couldn't find and complete a pass there. One of those few rare moments he has misplaced the pass. Chipagura! Oh, side netting. Danger for Dynamos. Living dangerously. They are end-to-end action so far, Willie.
Exactly, end-to-end stuff here, and we are now witnessing the last 6 or so minutes, actually under 6 minutes. It's going to be very, very exciting. The two teams desperate for the winning goal here, and there's danger for Yadah.
Paga was looking for Kadonzo. Zwocha, they are tussling and fighting for it. Zwocha, back to Valentine. Nyawa, Mudadi. Threads in a cross. Was looking for Chalai. Was the flag raised?
Yes, the flag was raised.
Indeed. 5 minutes plus optional time as we're in the 86th. So 4 plus optional time still to play. Can either of the sides get a sucker punch of a winner here? We are here to witness it. It is the quarterfinal of the Chibuku Super Cup match. Kevin Moyo launching another attack for Dynamos. Valentine Kadonzo, the goal scorer for Dynamos. Mudadi playing a bit of a deeper role. Here they come. Zwocha to July. Zwocha too close to the goalkeeper. Yadah, Jerry Chipangura fouled in the process. They'll leave it for Emmanuel Chitauro. Mapisa shouting, complaining with his defense there. Mudadi lazily kicks it away. And Freddy Aliki, outstanding. Chalai is still going. Chalai, surely not given. It's outside.
It's outside.
I'll feel it's outside. It's outside. I'll assume it's outside. We're going to get a replay.
I need to have a second look. Yes, the player fell inside, but you need to see
inside, but
where
I feel
exactly
he
the
was
foul,
outside.
exactly where the foul took place.
This time around, I'll give him benefit of the doubt. Let's
Exactly.
look at that. Jalai falls, comes up again.
That's on the line.
That's on the line.
That's a penalty.
That's a penalty.
It's on
That's-
right on the line.
Because the ball is in the box
Exactly.
when he touches it.
Yeah, exactly.
So which means he falls inside the box.
And Jalai won the ball,
Won the ball.
and the player, the defender there,
Didn't get the
sliding,
ball.
yes, didn't get the ball. So that's let's have
Yes.
a look, a second look.
There you go.
First
Falls.
foul,
Indeed.
not given.
Not given.
Then Jalai didn't lose the hope. He's
Didn't-
up.
Is up. Is still going. There. The ball
The
is
defender
inside
is,
now.
the boy is inside, and the defender is inside the box. Jalai is on the line,
He's on the line.
right inside the box.
The left and right feet are inside.
Inside the box. That's a
Penalty.
penalty.
Penalty. That should be a penalty.
But-
Second penalty for Dynamos.
For Dynamos. But on this occasion,
Denied.
I would blame the far side assistant.
The far side
He
assistant.
was
I've
very
seen
close to the. Look where he is. Look where he is, and look where the boy is.
Oh. If Dynamos lose this one, they'll feel really hard done
2 penalties.
by Patrick Kalota. But anyway, Valentine Gadonzo to take it. The goalkeeper safely collects. He had found Paga in the process. The goalkeeper.
He was impeded. He wanted to play a counter attack, and the Dynamos deliberately there, making
Blocked.
sure that. Yeah, yes, exactly. Final minute.
Few seconds before we see the board being raised here. What a match we have witnessed so far, living to its billing. And it will take us today. We have to find a winner. In the last 2 matches, we didn't find a winner from both teams, but today we have to have a winner. Come rain, come thunder, come storm, today we have to have a winner. Alik,
Exactly. One team has to be eliminated.
the 90
today.
are up. 4 more minutes.
There is the board. 4 minutes.
4 minutes. A shot from afar.
Fred Yalik, outstanding all
I think
afternoon.
he's very confident because we have seen him try to shoot from that range. I
Exactly.
think maybe during practice it does go. Yadah opting for the penalties. There is no rush whatsoever.
Will we see Kamabila be introduced for the sake of taking a penalty?
It wasn't a confident one that he hit for Zimbabwe.
Exactly.
It
It
was
was
a lucky one.
a lucky one. That bounce which deceived the goalkeeper.
Indeed. Mundadi switches flanks, looking for July, but couldn't complete that pass. Yadah now. Makarati to defend. Timely intervention.
Another substitute for Dynamos.
Dynamos.
Elilunga. Elilunga is preparing to
So they're
come in.
preparing for the penalties.
And the goalkeeper, they want to substitute a goalkeeper for the sake of
I think
penalties.
they know who does better when it comes to penalties. That is Tatenda
Tatenda Makoni.
Makoni. Yeah. Who some still argue that he should be the number 1 for Dynamos.
late whistle by the referee.
Would that be a red card?
Yellow.
Yellow.
Tumdadi.
That's-
But that's the second one.
That's the second one. That should be a red card. Tumdadi.
And the referee is not even sure.
That should be a red card,
Yeah,
Tumdadi.
he has realized it. He has realized it.
Ah.
He saw it in his little black book. So that's a red one.
That should be a red card.
Exactly. So Mudadi send off.
Patrick Kalota. But we have seen players kicking him out, but he didn't award a yellow card. He let it play. So he needs to be consistent in that regard.
Yeah, that's why I'm sure that's what Donald Mudadi is saying there.
Uh-huh.
And after all, that was a late call by the referee to award a free kick to Yadah. And
Indeed.
now Dynamos will play the final 2 minutes with
And it will work against them in the penalty shootout.
yeah, he's definitely not going to take a penalty. He's not be allowed. They will be disadvantaged in the penalty shootouts.
That's what I'm saying.
But still, the rules will say when it comes to the penalty shootouts, Yadah will have to substitute one player.
Oh, yes.
So they will need to equal.
Equal,
Yeah, they
yeah.
have to be equal, exactly. So Martin Mampisa has been withdrawn and Tatenda Makoni making his debut. Must be a debut, is it? And definitely he has been brought in for penalty shootouts. And just number 32 is Yadah Yawa. And who comes in there is Eli Lunga, is it?
Eli Lunga.
Eli Lunga, yes.
Let's hope he doesn't have jitters in his feet. July. Ilunga. Paga. And the referee will blow to end this one. You'll take it to the dreaded penalty shootout. That's what we wait for. What a match. A stalemate. In 90 minutes. And of course, we're going for the dreaded penalty shootout.
We are going for the lottery Valentine here at Rufaro Stadium. It's going to be very, very exciting, especially considering that Dynamos were denied 2 clear penalties during normal time.
Penalty shootout will be the ones used to separate these two sides.
And I can see the 2 captains with the match officials there. I'm sure they are now conducting the toss to decide which end of the goal we are going to use for penalty and who is going to take it first.
So, and there you have it, folks. We have reached the end of regular time, and the score remains deadlock at 1-0. Neither Dynamos nor Yadah FC could find the winning goal, despite their best efforts. Now it's time to settle the tie in the most thrilling way possible, a penalty shootout. The tension is palpable, and the players prepare to face the ultimate test of nerve and skill. Who will hold the nerve and emerge victorious? The defending champions Dynamos FC or the plucky underdogs Yadah FC? The crowd is on the edge of their seats, knowing that every penalty counts. Let's get ready to witness some heart-stopping moments as these players put everything on the line. The penalty shootout is about to begin, ladies and gentlemen. We will rise to the occasion and calm, or rather claim victory. The suspense, Willie, is killing not only us, but everyone here at Rufaro and at home watching this on ZBC TV.
And these are going to be nervous moments for the penalty takers and for the goalkeepers. Yes, you cannot blame a goalkeeper from coming the penalty, from conceding from the penalty spot, but whoever is going to be the hero here, saving a penalty or making sure that your opponent doesn't score, maybe playing some mind games. It also happens in penalty shootouts. Let's see who is going to be victorious. Is the Derby boy Tatenda Makoni, the man who has just brought in for, he hasn't got a touch. No touch when he was introduced. He stood to feel the, get a feel of the ball, so he's going to feel it right from the penalty spot. and I haven't seen which goal end we are going to use here for the penalty shootouts, but that's what we are. So, like I said, the rules, Yadah has to withdraw one player so that there will be 10 from each side for the.
That's the
sake of
instruction they're
penalty.
being given, to withdraw one player. Looks like they've taken out. That is Fernando Marvelous. He's the one being withdrawn, the defender.
Yes, I can count. I can physically count there. There are now 10 players, 10 Yadah
Indeed,
players.
as you
in
can
the
see
field.
there from your screen.
Yes.
Fernando Marvelous has been withdrawn so that it's equal and fair according to the rules of football. They have to take at equal numbers.
So we are going to use the Mbare ends.
So it's the Mbare end that is going to be used. Who is going to be lucky? Who is going to be nervous? Who is going to be the hero? Who is going to be the villain? That's what the does. Sometimes that's how cruel penalty shootouts are.
It can be that cruel, Valentine.
They
And
always say whoever takes the first penalty usually wins. 75% of the penalties, those who take it first usually claim victory, Willie.
Yeah, let's wait and see. This is the penalty shootout, like we are saying. It's now down to who is going to be lucky there, Yadah or Dynamos. And I can see the match official there giving specific instructions to the goalkeepers. And it looks Dynamos is going to take the first penalty.
Dynamos to take the first penalty. Will the predicted statistic prevail to be true? Walking there first will be their captain, Frank Makarati.
And Frank Makarati, remember, is the man who missed the crucial penalty in the Confederations Cup against Orapa United in Botswana there in the regulation time, in a match which they could have easily won and advanced.
Could bad luck strike twice for Frank Makarati, or it will be redemption time for him?
And remember, he's facing a foreign goalkeeper in Matthias Kigonya of Uganda.
The referee making sure that the ball is placed at the right spot. Frank Makarati versus Matthias Kigonya. No problem. Well placed. No one can save that one. Clinical. Nicely taken. The captain leading from the front.
And the goalkeeper sent the wrong way there. And then now he's encouraging the derby boy, Tatenda Makoni, making his derby first feel of the ball. And now he faces a penalty. And that is Chipangura, is it?
Jerry Chipangura.
That must be Jerry Chipangura.
Dynamos there in green.
Okay.
Thank you. Converting the first penalty. Jerry Chipangura to respond. Pressure penalty. He knows he needs to score.
Exactly. This is a pressure penalty, especially if your first taker is scored. So he must score.
Chipangura beats him all systems out.
Same
spot, same technique, same position,
same result.
same result. July. He is walking. That will be the longest distance that he's ever walked in his life, I suppose.
It should be. I'm not sure when he was snatched from the camp by Michael Nice. I'm not sure how he sneaked out from the hotel.
To go on that flight.
Exactly.
Emmanuel, God is with us. Versus Matthias. No problem. Clinical. Doesn't.
Made sure, just placing the ball.
Placing the ball.
Exactly.
Picked a spot and placed it. 2 out of 2 for Dynamos. Ero Makopa. Substitutes to take the penalty. Makopa. Makopa! Saved! Misses. Marconi. Diving to his left. Saving that one.
Young Tatina Makon, the hero so far, saving Erio Makopa's penalty.
I mentioned that this young man has been touted to be the Dynamos #1. Today could be his day too.
I overheard your conversation with their goalkeeper's coach, Tishauna Dia.
Indeed.
There's been a side, yes.
Eli Lunga, another substitute.
Yes, he came on, and I'm sure he had laid a touch.
Indeed. Eli Lunga to give Dynamos the impetus and lead. Top corner, top penalty,
Unstoppable.
hitting the roof of the net.
Unstoppable. Eli Lunga, I think he scored one of the best goals ever, which would be ever seen in the Premier League when he was. Remember, he was used to play for Black Rhinos. When he came to Dynamos, it was against which team? I need to remember that goal. It was one of the most beautiful goals, almost from the halfway line. Takunda Chikumba.
Another substitute. Tawanda Chikumba. He misses this one. Dynamo score their fourth. It's over.
It will become over.
Chikumba, no problem.
But the goalkeeper went the right way,
Indeed.
and he could not do anything there.
Beaten for pace.
Beaten for pace, exactly, and the height. Indeed. So the Ugandan, can he save a penalty?
Valentine Kadonjo,
The goal scorer in regulation time.
the goal scorer in regulation time. Can he get Dynamos closer to the semi-final against Manika Diamonds in the Chibuku Super Cup? Valentine Kadonjo versus Kikonya Melfius. Valentine, nicely placed, no problem. They will re-est this one, Dynamos, I'm sure.
Well taken
The
penalty.
confidence in their players.
Well taken penalty. Indeed. In another statistic to note, Valentine, you said the team that normally takes the first penalty wins. But normally the team that equalizes regulation term, they normally wins again.
Ah, amazing.
So,
So-
if Yadah misses this one, it's over.
Indeed. Ndereki, their best player for the season. This one I'm sure I'll see on the calendar this year.
He should be. He should be on the calendar. But this is going to be the most important kick of his life.
Blessed Ndereki to keep Yadah's hopes alive. Blessed Ndereki, no problem. Nicely taken.
Cool and composed. As cool as a cucumber.
Emmanuel Paga missed the penalty in the Independence Cup in Mandarin a year ago
Against Highlanders.
against Highlanders.
And today he must score.
Today he has to redeem himself
Exactly.
and get Dynamos
Into the Chibuku Cup semi-finals. So it's Ghana versus Uganda. There comes Paga.
Paga
And he does
with
it.
a cheeky penalty.
But the goalkeeper, but he was deceived. He was
It was
beaten.
they're difficult. You can't score those.
Very difficult. This is only 9 yards away from the goal. So Dynamos are through.
The agony, the ecstasy. Dynamos Football Club emerged victorious in the penalty shootout, winning 5-2 against Yadah. The defending champions have shown their mettle and composure under pressure, converting their penalties with precision and confidence. The Yadah players.
There it is. There is
Let's
the film.
have a real look at that penalty again. Look at that. A jump like Jorginho.
You can't stop that one.
You
You
can't
can't
stop
blame.
that.
You can't blame
You
him.
can't blame the goalkeeper.
Yes.
The other players, on the other hand, will be heartbroken, knowing they came so close, but couldn't quite cross the finish line. The disappointment is palpable, but they should hold their heads high, knowing they gave it their all. And so Dynamos FC marches on, their total defense still intact. Paga, again, beating the goalkeeper. You can't do that. Oh,
So Dynamos will now play Manika Diamonds in the semi-final, and the other semi-final it's Ngezi versus Simba Bora.
indeed. So Dynamos marches on. Their total defense still intact. They have shown and proven once again that they are a force to be reckoned with.
Despite being denied 2 clear penalties in regulation time, justice has prevailed here at Rufaro Stadium. Dynamos triumphing 5-3 on penalties, courtesy of a miss by Ariel Makopa, and the hero this afternoon is Tatenda Makoni, the Dynamos reserve goalkeeper, who just came in for the sake of penalties, and that was actually his first official fee of the ball, serving that penalty.
And Dynamos' experience and skill have paid off in the end, Willie. What a thrilling match we have witnessed today. Folks, the drama, the tension, the ultimate triumph. It's been an absolute pleasure to share the experience with you. And of course, we shall be linking up with CNN Charles Mabika as he gets the sentiments of the two coaches after defeat, starting with the winning coach, Lloyd Chikore, for this one. Now, let's do standby for Charles CNN Mabika as he gives us parting words and a parting shot as he gets to hear how
Right. So, as you can hear, what's ringing in the background, Varuguimba Hanzi, Siana inayo dimbare. Well, the head coach is here. Head coach, you said you practiced the penalties, and boy, oh boy, did you practice those penalty kicks?
Yeah, we had to make sure that we don't go through the nightmare of Francistown. And I'm happy the boys delivered. And it was not an easy match, but I thought we were the dominant team all throughout. Lucky for them to get an early goal in the second half, but otherwise we put up a good show.
Was there a time when you thought this is our this is our fourth losing game in a row?
Hey, Charlie, we won against the Randalls after we lost to Rapa. So
This was the third game in a row if you had lost.
Yeah, it would be a third game in a row if we had lost. And obviously you don't feel comfortable. You will be under massive pressure if you are Dynamos coach. And to be honest, I am relieved with this result.
Can I shake your heartbeat?
Yeah, you can.
It is hurting. It is still pumping, because I think he was really a bit under pressure, he said. So you now meet Manika Diamonds in the semi-final.
Yeah, I will be ready. Our squad is coming back. All the injuries are being overcome. And hopefully when we do meet Manika Diamond, we'll have a full strength squad. It's unfortunate we have lost Doni Mudadi to a second yellow card that could have been avoided.
All right, congratulations, coach. You practiced those kicks. Congratulations. He was feeling the pressure. We're just being joined now by the unlucky head coach of Yadah. That's the Miracle Boys. That's Thomas Rosive. Well, tough luck, head coach. And did you feel you were there, but lack of concentration perhaps with 10 minutes to go?
Yeah, indeed, the guys lost. They slept on the wheel. They lost concentration in the last minutes, but overall they played very well. I think they played very well because penalty shootout is anyone's game, but overall they played very well. I'm happy with the performance, despite that we're losing our key players, but overall they did the job well.
Obviously, Tom, going out of the Chibuku Super Cup, you had your sights on it. Now, how do you pick up the guys? Your next game is an away league game to FC Platinum. How do you pick the guys up from here?
Yeah, this is a cup game, and we are now concentrating on the league games. So I think going forward, we are going to sack the guys so that we concentrate on the league games.
Okay, Coach, tough luck, but all the best in that game against FC Platinum, your next upcoming game.
Thank you.
That was Thomas Ruzive, the head coach of Yadah, saying there, well, he's just now concentrating on FC Platinum. Well, that's just about it. If you are a Dynamos fan, you must be ululating and singing Siana Inayo Tibari. Right, 5-3, that's the official. They win it on penalties. It was 1-1 after 90 minutes, but Dynamos go through to meet Manika Diamonds in the other semi-final, since Ngezi Platinum taking on Simba Bora. Well, that's just about it. Do enjoy the rest of your viewing here on ZBC TV from the entire team here at Rufaro Stadium, fronted by our producers, Bevan Shinurai, Stuart Soriwa, and Tinashe Manyoni. We say, remember to take care of your loved ones and each other. I'm Charles, CNN Mabika. Until we meet again, it's bye-bye for now.